Namaskar. Let me welcome you all to today's episode of Sitar Learning Essentials. While teaching my students and seeing other sitar aspirants, particularly the beginners, and also few intermediate players also, if I can tell you, that while playing in the middle octave, they are very comfortable, or even few notes in the higher octave. But they really struggle to play smoothly in the lower octave notes. There are two reasons to that, what I feel. They always practice the sapat, palta and whatever practice content, composition, stance, just in the middle octave. So their practice is limited to bound within sa to sa, middle octave sa to higher octave sa. And they hardly play anything here in the lower octave zone, mandra saptak zone. They hardly play. As a result, they end up in fumbling while playing in this zone. If they are asked to play something, some portion of the composition or certain portion of the tan going down the lower octave, they always struggle. That is one reason. And second reason, here we can see gaps, right? So we have quite good visual reference. So if it is a Shuddhare and Shuddha setup, before the gap it is Sa and Pa, and here Sa, and after the gap it is Komal-Re, Shuddhare, Shuddha and Shuddhare. That's middle octave and higher octave, Madhya Saptak and Tar Saptak. And if it is a Komal-Re Komal-Ga setup, before the gap it is a Komal-Re, and after the gap it is a Komal-Ga here. Before the gap here it is a Komal-Dha, and then after the gap Komal-Ni, and here if it is a Komal-Re setup, then before the gap it is Komal-Re, and after the gap it is a Komal-Ga. Now here, as there are no gaps, so there is no visual reference. If you are not very much confident about the position of the frets, which fret is what, you don't have any gaps here. So that you have advantage and disadvantage both. So on fret, if you want to play all the thirds, you don't have to move the frets because all the frets are present here. And at the same time, you need to be very careful about the position of the notes because there is no gap for the visual reference. You need to know the absolute positions of the fret. So this is the Shuddha Dha, this is Shuddha Pa, open main string is Shuddha Ma, first fret is Tibra Ma, second fret is Pa, third is Komal Dha, fourth is Shuddha Dha, fifth is Komal Ni, sixth is Shuddha Ni, and then Sa anyway we know. So if I ask someone, suppose today morning only I was teaching someone the Rag Puriya Kalyan. In that Shuddha Dha is there and he started playing from Komal Dha. I asked him to play the mean from Dha and his finger was on Komal Dha because he is not very sure what is Shuddha Dha and what is Komal Dha. Sometimes I ask someone to play Komal Ni, they end up in playing Shuddha Dha. It is utterly disappointing for the guru, for the instructor, for the teacher. Right? So we have to be very comfortable for the lower Mandal Saptak notes. For that, first thing you have to play everything, whatever you play. Particularly the sapat, you have to start from lower octave Joda string. So if you are playing Bilawal, this is one thing. Second thing that you might have already referred to my Palta episodes. I always keep on telling that you should play from lower octave part to higher octave ga, you play any Palta. So I am playing in billable scale. Beat any third, beat any scale you play. You have to start from lower octave, otherwise you will not get used to with these notes. And the gaps between consecutive notes are bigger, longer here compared to the higher octave notes, the middle octave notes. You see, gap between the consecutive frets are higher, and gradually you go to the middle octave, it gets smaller, and gradually it gets even more smaller once you go to tar saptak sa. You see, ga to Shuddha ga and Shuddha ma, the distance even one finger does not fit, and here almost two fingers will fit in between. So practicing in this lower octave is extremely important to get habituated with the gaps between the consecutive notes. Okay, so if you are playing very simple palta, which we always refer, okay, right? Now to get used to with the lower octave more, I will tell you, you have to play 4 different thats. What are those 4 different thats? First one is Kalyan, second one is Bhairavi. You see, the notes are mutually exclusive between them. Kalyan is having Sa and Pa, you exclude because Sa and Pa are common, they don't have any variants. Kalyan is having Shuddha Re, Shuddha Ga, Tivra Ma, Pa, Shuddha Dha, Shuddha Ni. Means all notes are Tivra, means the second position is called Tivra, sir. Tivra Re, Tivra Ga, Tivra Ma, Pa, Tivra Dha, Tivra Ni in Kalyan That. And in Bhairavi, everything is Komal. Komal Re, Komal Ga, Komal Ma. Why I am saying Komal Ma? I mean, the Shuddha Ma also, you can tell Shuddha Ma, as its position is first. Whatever comes first is Komal, whatever comes second is Tivra for a note variant. So, Komal Ma, Pa, Komal Dha, Komal Ni. So, all notes are Komal in Bhairavi. So, they are mutually exclusive. If you practice Kalyan and Bhairavi, then you will touch all the notes. Similarly, 2 additional thats you can practice, which are Kafi and Purvi. These notes are also mutually exclusive. If you see, Kafi is having Tivra Re, Komal Ga, Komal Ma, Pa, Tivra Dha, Komal Ni, whereas Purvi is having Komal Re, Tivra Ga, Tivra Ma, Pa, Komal Dha, Tivra Ni. With the usual term, let me tell you if you are getting confused. So, Kafi is having Shuddha Re, Komal Ga. Shuddha, I mean, if what I am thinking is, none of the notes should be called as Shuddha. Because if I am Shuddha, then you are Ashuddha. No. So, there should be Komal and Tivra, ideally, right? But in the books and everyone refers as Komal and Shuddha. So, let me tell you with that terminology. So, Kafi is having Shuddha Re, Komal Ga, Shuddha Ma, Pa, Shuddha Dha, Komal Ni and Sa. And whereas Purvi That or the Purya Dhanashri Rag is having Komal Re, Shuddha Ga, Tivra Ma, Pa, Komal Dha, Shuddha Ni and Sa. So, they are also Kafi and Purvi That are mutually exclusive notes, and Bhairavi and Kalyan are also having mutually exclusive notes. So, practice these 4 thats one after another. Then you will get habituated with all the notes in the lower octave. So, first Kalyan. Now Bhairavi. Now Kafi. Now Purvi. And in initially you have to be mindful. It will not come automatically. If you are not aware of the positions, you have to be mindful which note you are playing. And sometimes people say, sir, I don't remember, or Guruji, I don't remember which note is what. Then you have to recite the note when you are playing, so that the name and the sound fret mapping is registered in your mind. So sa, shuddha re, shuddha ga, tibra ma, pa, shuddha da, shuddha ni, sa, kalyan. Sa, shuddha ni, shuddha da, pa, tibra ma, shuddha ga, shuddha re, sa. Bhairavi, sa, komal re, komal ga, shuddha ma, pa, komal da, komal ni, sa, sa, komal ni, komal da, pa, shuddha ma, komal ga, komal re, sa, kafi, sa, shuddha re, komal ga, shuddha ma, pa, shuddha da, komal ni, sa, sa, komal ni, shuddha da, pa, shuddha ma, komal ga, shuddha re, sa. Now Purvi, sa, komal re, shuddha ga, tibra ma, pa, komal da, shuddha ni, sa, shuddha ni, komal da, pa, tibra ma, shuddha ga, komal re, sa. Now, if we call all the variants, what comes first as the komal and whatever comes as the second is as tivra, like sa, komal re, tivra re, then komal ga, tivra ga, shuddha ma, tivra ma, pa, komal da, shuddha da, komal ni. Again shuddha, sorry, my bad. I should not use shuddha in this round, okay? Sa, komal re, tivra re, komal ga, tivra ga, komal ma, tivra ma, pa, komal da, tivra da, komal ni, tivra ni, sa, tivra ni, komal ni, tivra da, komal da, pa, tivra ma, tivra ga, tivra re, komal re, sa, which is same as just different names. Sa, komal re, shuddha ga, shuddha ma, tivra ma, pa, komal da, komal ni, sa. This people use, right? More, people use this terminologies. Sa, shuddha ni, komal da, pa, tivra ma, shuddha ga, komal ga, shuddha re, komal re, sa. So in nutshell, for you to improve your familiarity with the frets of the mandra saptak in sitar playing, you have to play these 4 scales consecutively, one after another. First kalyan, then bhairavi, then kafi, then purvi. Then reverse the sequence. Then purvi, kafi, bhairavi, kalyan. Then swap the sequence. Not bilabal, my bad. Kalyan, kafi, bhairavi, purvi. Now reverse purvi, bhairavi, kafi, kalyan. In this way, you change the sequence and try to play one after another. You will gradually get habituated to with all the notes here. So while playing Jaunpuri, you will not end up in playing Shuddha Dha. While playing Ahir Bhairav, you will not end up in playing Komal Dha. While playing Yaman, you will not end up in playing Komalni. While playing Sham Kalyan, you will not end up in playing either Komalni or Komal Dha. Also, you need to remember the Tivra notes or the second position notes, right? Pa does not have any Shuddha or Komal. All these Shuddha notes like Dha and Ni, or here Re or Ga, are the even positions. Like second fret is Re, fourth fret is Ga in Joda string, then Ma, Shuddha Ma open main string Shuddha Ma, then Pa anyway second fret, and fourth fret is Shuddha Dha, sixth fret is Shuddha Ni. And Komal notes are all having the odd positions. First is Komal Re, Komal Ga is third fret on Joda string, then Tivra Ma is the first fret on main string, then Komal Dha is the third fret on main string, Komalni is the fifth fret, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth fret. So all the Komal notes except the Tivra Ma, all the Komal notes are having position, odd position, 1, 3, 5 on the Joda and main string both, and all the Shuddha notes are having the even positions, right? Like Shuddha Re, Shuddha Ga, Pa, leave it Pa because it is just one variant. Then fourth fret is Shuddha Dha and sixth fret is Shuddha Ni. If you don't understand this, by listening to this recording once, you have provision, you have the option of listening this multiple times. Watch it and try to practice by understanding. I hope the beginners will be benefited, and my earnest request, you don't neglect this Mandal Saptak or the Tar Saptak practice. Don't practice only in middle octave. Okay, so please include all the octaves when you practice. I will have another episode on the string change how effectively we can change the strings. I see many students have many difficulties. I will have a different session for that. So till then, please practice well and watch our videos, and thanks for all your great response for our Sitar Learning Essential videos throughout the globe. Many Sitar aspirants are sending messages to me, sending thanks message and requesting for more episodes. There are certain specific requests which are coming as part of the comments as well. Really appreciate your input and feedback. I hope this will be helpful for you, and those who have not yet subscribed to our channel, please do that, because we are coming up with many such interesting and informative videos from which you will be able to learn better. And there are many other recordings, Surbahar and Sitar recordings, which we keep posting in our channel. I have another channel which is there given as the related channel in this same channel, where I generally upload my concert recordings, clips, and I also have a Patreon channel. In Patreon, you will be able to have various full-length concert recordings, exclusive content which is not open in public, right? So that is a subscription-based platform where you have to pay some subscription for getting those super exclusive content. If you are interested, you please have a look. The links are given in the description. Thank you so much. Namaskar, and wish you all the best. Thank you.